out here in Johnson County, Knoxville, Arkansas, the cemetery. I'm gonna put some flowers here. Bringing my daughter some flowers. Katie Lynn Beheimer. This is why I started doing what I do. I'll never stop. The war on corrupt cops. The Johnson County Sheriff, that was the sheriff in 2021, he knows what happened. Anybody who knows anything knows who he is. The sitting sheriff right now of Johnson County had absolutely nothing to do with it. He's a good man. He's a very good man. My daughter's death was not a suicide. It's not because I couldn't accept that, but it's because I have all the evidence. So, here we go. Let's see if I can flip this around. I know who you are, and I know what you did to my baby. And I will find you. I will find you. You know what you did. It's my baby. She liked blue. Didn't bring my gimbal. September 29th, 2021 is the day I got the call. This isn't the best. I'm just kind of shoving them down on the ground, but not only should no parent have to bury their child, but no child should have to bury their mother, especially when the manner of her death is a complete lie. And that's why I do what I do. And I ain't gonna stop until they acknowledge that. Oh, goodness.
There's some faces right here.
Yeah.
And by the way, there she is.
She's right here. That's where she is. She's right here. This is where my baby is, right here. If it don't feel right, it's not right. Don't anybody give up. Fight for your kids. Don't ever be scared. We can't live in fear of retaliation for seeking justice. I don't fear any of them dirty bastards that covered up her death. I hope they see this. Katie Lynn Harmer. Maurice, that's my stepdad. He's a very good man. I just got off the phone with him. Blessed to have him. And, well, her. I don't want to talk about her, but Katie Lynn. It's a beautiful headstone that Reese got. I don't know what else to say. Just want to tell her that I haven't stopped and I'm never going to stop. I know who did this to her and I know why. And it's James Burl Stevens, aka Jimmy Stevens. My daughter's death to hide your crimes. I'll tell you right now, they're not hidden. And I'll never stop. You are no longer a sheriff for a reason. For my grandchildren, Katie's children, think about you every day, and I love you. I want nothing more than to be able to communicate with you. The oldest is a part of my life, and he's a blessing. He's doing amazing. He's happy. He's excelling. The other three, for whatever reason, are being kept away. And that's bullshit. I want to say their names, but I don't want it to hurt them any more than they already are. So again, this is Knoxville, Arkansas. What's the name of this cemetery? Knoxville Cemetery?
So.
Yes. Katie was a good, very good person. She was a good mother. I don't care what the court documents say. I investigated that, and I know. I was there, and I seen it. She never so much as raised her voice at those kids. And those of you that lied on her, and you judges that railroaded the shit out of her for 3 years leading up to her death, I'll never forget you either. Think about you every day. She did not deserve this. She was not on drugs. She was not a criminal. She had a good heart, and I'm not saying that just because she's my daughter. I have all the evidence to prove it. Everybody that knew her loved her. Except for who took her life. And that I will avenge until my last death. And I'm only 54 years old. And I take my vitamins. And I've got a lot of years left. Thank you to everybody that's come into live. I hope that her friends see this. So I'm just kind of at a loss for words. She knows that I know. Katie Lynn Beheimer. She was in her own home, fighting the courts to get her children back when they never should have been taken in the first place. It's who you knew back then. Things are changing. There was a time when I would accept the things that I couldn't change. That ship has sailed. I changed the things I can't accept, and this I will never accept. And I'll never stop. And Blake, I hope you see this. Because right now, I know that you played a big part in her death. And you can come to me and tell me exactly what happened and what took place on that day at any time. Because it's better to admit before you have to confess. And I tell you right now, buddy, that day's coming. And whoever assisted you, have a pretty good idea. It was not Chris Elder. Chris Elder had nothing to do with this. And anybody who wants to say so, I don't want to get kicked off my live, so I'm not going to say it. Katie Lynn Beheimer, Knoxville, Arkansas. She loved her horses. She loved her children. She was a good person. And she was my firstborn. She was my baby. Thank you, William. They say that it was suicide. And all the evidence and the police reports, the scene pictures, having to look at all those pictures and disassociate from who is in those pictures. I'll continue to do it because there's nothing more painful than knowing that your child is no longer with you because of dirty ass cops and a sheriff. Jimmy Stevens. Yeah, the one that was arrested by Arkansas State Police for drugs and firearms up in Crawford County in his sheriff's vehicle. Yeah. It's a long story, but I'll get it out there somehow, some way. And I don't put out assumptions or theories. I have taken the theory way out of the conspiracy. I've got another TikTok channel. It's brand new. Me and my friend, partner, she's my partner in investigating. It's called Red Kool-Aid. We haven't done anything with it yet. We'll have to get enough followers to start going live. But it's going to be it's a channel for Red Kool-Aid, Arkansas. Crazy. But I'd appreciate it if all y'all would just go hit follow. It's got a picture of the Kool-Aid man running with an Arkansas flag. It's Red Kool-Aid. We need enough followers to fire that channel up. And we're going to try to help other people. My partner friend, she also is the mother of a murdered child that was covered up as suicide. So we understand, and nothing will sound too crazy for us. I can promise you that. Don't be afraid to send us a message or come into a live thinking that something you have to say will never be believed, because what we've uncovered, it's the stuff that they quote, they don't want us to believe. But anyway, she was amazing. There's a long story. Her story is one that could help a lot of people. Litigation, abuse, and family courts, coercive control by ex-husbands, domestic violence. She reached out for help and didn't get any, not a lick of help from Johnson County. And again, I'm going to repeat for those who didn't hear it the first time. The sheriff of Johnson County, Arkansas, right now is not the man that I'm speaking of. He is a very good man, and I believe in him, and I don't care what anybody says. I have my reasons. I know things. And people that are ragging on him with unnecessary bullshit, I really wish he'd stop so that he could pay attention to other things like this. Jimmy Stevens, he was the sheriff in 2021. He's the one. Derek Rogers, Jason Cole, I appreciate Jennifer Payne, Detective Payne, sitting down with me last November and talking to me for a couple hours. Although I've sent her all the evidence and she seems to be dismissing it all. But I'm not going to go any further than that. A lot of people are afraid of omission. Being guilty by omission can really be a bitch, but the longer time goes on and you know something, the worse it gets. So ignoring it ain't gonna make it go away, Detective Payne. Hi, Gypsy Simone. I love your TikToks, Gypsy Simone. You're so beautiful. You perk up my days. You always make me smile. You always make me laugh. Does anybody want to come in a box? Does anybody have any questions or want to talk? My daughter's death was not a suicide, and I can prove it 100 times over again. I mean that. I'm just standing here now in the sun. I love you too, baby girl. for my grandchildren. I've been trying and trying to have contact with you. It's important that they know that. The oldest one I have a great relationship with. Oh, does he have a great father and a great stepmother. They're amazing people, and I'm so grateful. So grateful for that. The other three, it's a different story. There's no reason to keep children away from their family, especially after they lose their mother. And shame on you for doing that. Shame on you for not letting those children be a part of my life. To know the truth about their mom, but to listen to the crap that you're telling them. Just ask everybody to pray. Pray for my grandchildren. Like I said, the oldest one, my oldest grandson, he's got a great dad. Rides them bulls. Katie's dream was for him to make it to the PBR, and he just graduated high school. He's fixing to go to college, and he is riding the heck out of those bulls. And you know, I'm not so sure that he ain't so far away from that PBR dream. It's a hell of a bull rider. We're getting him there, Katie. Your horse is being taken care of. You made a great decision giving your horse to Brittany. You're taking very good care of Foxy. This was not a suicide. I know what happened, and I know who you are, and I promise you I am coming for you. And that means litigation. I'm threatening litigation and criminal prosecution. Just to be clear, my threats are not anything but litigation and criminal prosecution. I wouldn't lower myself to be shit like that. I'll never stop. Okay, well, how pretty the sky is. They say, well, the cause of death was an extremely, extremely high level or extremely toxic amount of a horse tranquilizer called xylazine. They claim that she injected it into herself, into the top of her hand in a tiny vein with about a 17-18 gauge needle. Now, she she didn't do drugs, and the toxicology report proves that. And anybody who's ever done drugs, or if you're a nurse or a doctor, you know the top of the hand would be impossible for someone who's never done anything like that. She was still fighting and pushing forward. But, Blake Weathers, I really wish you'd get in touch with me. If you only knew the things I've found out and the people I've talked to. Now that Jimmy's not sheriff anymore, and we've got a good sheriff in Johnson County, they're not so scared to come and talk anymore. So, if you want to come and admit before you have to confess, might be able to get you a little bit of a break. But I promise you, Blake Withers, if you have to be hunted down and caught, I want maximum everything. Never see the light of day. But you can do the right thing for the first time in your miserable fucking life. Come and tell me what actually happened. There was a no contact order in place. He just got done beating the shit out of her 2 weeks before her death, and he was on a no contact order, so why the hell was he even there to, quote, find her deceased? And why in the hell did Jeff Wood and Mickey Huber let him walk away, and he's out there living his life like nothing ever happened? Well, I've been working on some things, Blake. And I ain't scared. I'm not scared anymore. I have a security detail that drives by my house on a schedule. They have access to all my security cameras. I am a Second Amendment believer and practicer. And you try to come for me, you're gonna find out underestimating me is my superpower. So, Blake Withers, Sheriff Hughes is a very, very understanding, good man. You could call him up, go talk to him in private. That'd be your best bet. Or you come to me. Like I said, I wouldn't lower myself. I'm not a violent person until you fuck with my kids. And then litigation. Oh yeah. I'm going to quit rambling. Thank you everybody for coming in. And I'm going to, when I get home, I live an hour away from here. When I get home, I'm going to post this so it stays out there. And our new channel on TikTok is Red Kool-Aid, KEWLAYDE. And if y'all would go over there and hit follow so that we can start doing lives on that one, kind of get a fresh start and help others that are in the same boat. My partner and one of my very best friends, she's also the mother of a murdered child that was ruled suicide. So we need to get that channel fired up so that we can get a fresh start and help some people out. Help get justice for our children and for anyone else's children. People and families that have had to deal with this. As a mother, there's no such thing as saying I've done everything I can do. There's no such thing. Quitting, what the hell does that even look like? We never stop. There's no such thing as I've done all that I can do. Never tell yourself that. There's no such thing. Thank you, everybody.